Yuck. Sorry about that you had to hear that. Coughing up a little bit of a lung. Anyway, it is still the 29th of November, 2021. It is also Monday. I figured I would come out here outside now. I've been hiding in the house for a few days. I've come out, obviously, taking care of the dogs and the chickens and all those type of things, but I just show you where we got some snow here, and you can see my truck hasn't moved at all. It's just been sitting there. Poor Black Betty. She's used to going. So, but we are definitely not going. We're not zooming. So, anyway, but yeah, we got a little bit of snow up here. A little early. Not really digging it. I will say that. Not a fan of the snow, but what are you gonna do? It is what it is, so we got to deal with it. All right, so I wanted to do another video today, and I wanted to talk about. We're going to talk about Pennsylvania and their energy prices for heating for this winter. Now, obviously, we're off to a colder start for the winter. We are, like I said, we got snow here. Obviously, you can see that we have snow. And it's been colder already, and it's still technically fall until the winter solstice. So, but it's not acting like fall. So the trees are bare, as you can see. I'll pan around, and you can see there's no more leaves on the trees. Obviously, the pines still have their leaves; they always do. But yeah, it has definitely changed. Temperature-wise, it's going to be, they're calling for a very, much colder winter and stuff like that. So as of Wednesday, the 1st of December, in Pennsylvania, the energy cost for a lot of these companies, they're raising their energy cost. And in some cases, and I say as little as, but that doesn't really make it any better, as little as 6% to as much as 50%. It's crazy how much they're increasing the cost of the, they finally came and got the garbage. They had issues last week with the truck, had a breakdown and all that good stuff, so they weren't able to get the garbage last week, so they finally came and got it. Normally Monday's the day they get it anyway, so I just saw the drag marks of the bucket because Mom and Beck had brought it back. But anyway, they are, when you have these companies, and like I said, if you're dependent on them for heating your home and stuff like that, it puts you in a bind because you are a slave to whatever they decide to do. You can complain, and you can and bitch about it, and you can be like, well, that's not right, that's not fair. But guess what changes? Absolutely nothing. These companies can do whatever they want to do. They have complete and total control. They have a monopoly over, the people that are in their system, that they're in whatever logistic area, as far as the cost of, bringing you the heat, either be it through heating oil, propane, natural gas, or electric, whatever the case may be. They're increasing these prices, and there's not really a whole lot you can do about it. You can, like I said, you can complain, and but it doesn't make any difference because they're going to do what they're going to do no matter what, and you're stuck because. So here's how the system works, and we'll break it down really, really easy. If you are living in a municipality, be it a town, or be it a city, or whatever the case may be in that part of it, there's regulations that they have where you have to be hooked up to the grid in order to have your house not be condemned. So if you are not hooked up to the grid, and then you get your house condemned because you're not complying to what they say, it's a monopoly that's done. It's all done on purpose to control you, basically. You are stuck in a system that you can't win, that you can't defeat. There was a lady, if you guys remember a few years ago, that lived in some town, and it was down in Florida, and she was not hooked up to the grid. So she had her own rain catchment. She was generating her own power, and because she was where she was living, they had rules and regulations that you were not allowed to do so. And so she was fighting them. Well, guess what? She lost. That's the way it works. That is why, and I know I've talked about this before, if you get away from those cities in those towns and stuff like that, and you get out farther out, there's less regulations of what you can and cannot do. So you don't have to be grid tied. You don't have to be, hooked up to their water. Like out here, there was no way you could be, because there is no water, town water out here. It's just not out here. So, everybody out here, for the most part, has their own wells and stuff like that. Or they have springs and that type of thing. And I'm thinking, like next door, they got a spring box. That Richard, who lives next door to them, he has his own well as well. So, people out here, we have our own water. And so that, it gives us a, and I will tell you this, they had done an overhaul in the town quite a few years back. And the price of water that they get their bills every 3 months is ridiculous for the town. Mom used to live in a trailer park down in town, and their water bill was outrageous. It was outrageous. And, and there's nothing you could do because you had to have it. And if you didn't pay it, then you would get shut off, and then you're not in compliance. And it's just a snowball effect, okay? But the problem is with them increasing these prices of everything. Like one company increased their price by 50%, another company was 26%, another one was 13%, another one was 7%, and another one was like 6 point something. So that was the lowest one, I believe, the lowest price increase. But when your pay is not going up and your hours are not there and you're not getting enough hours, how are you supposed to survive these situations? So, I want to hear your guys' feedback, especially the folks in Pennsylvania. I know I have quite a few viewers that live in Pennsylvania. I want to hear your guys' feedback in the comments on this. What do you think? Have you heard of these price increases that are going into effect as of Wednesday, 1st of December? And especially heading into this year when they know it's going to be a cold, cold winter. The forecasts have all, basically said it's going to be that way. And so you look what they've done with the price of oil, with natural gas, with propane, everything, heating oil, all that this year. They have increased ridiculously high, double in some cases. So these are things that are happening, and it's not going to make a great winter for a lot of folks, because how are you going to be able to stay warm? What are you going to be able to do in this type of situation? So I definitely want to hear your guys' feedback on this, because I think this is something that is important. It's very quiet and peaceful. I was just sitting here, and there's no wind today, which is great, because the wind is the worst. I don't mind the cold so much. The cold doesn't really bother me. It's when that wind is whipping when it's cold, that's when it really, truly sucks. And right now it's just very peaceful and very, very quiet. I love that part. Sorry, just something that I was thinking. But anyway, guys, I want to hear your feedback on this. Are you seeing increases across the country too? I'm just using Pennsylvania as an example, because this is something that just came up, and especially the one company raising their prices by, 50%. That's insane. That is insane, and expect people to be able to afford to do that. So I want to hear from around the country. Have you seen price increases in heating oil, propane and all those type of stuff where you guys are at? So I definitely want to hear your feedback on that. Also, really quickly, I just want to remind everybody I do have my sale going on with Legacy Freeze-Dried Foods right now on my website. So if you go to PrepperNurse1.com, you click on store, it will drop down. You will see Legacy Foods. Also, with that, you will see, it will take you to, if you see the Legacy Foods, you click on that, it'll take you to the store within the website. Once you're at the store, what we have available is there, so definitely take advantage of that. And so what was I going to say here? 25-year shelf life, GMO free. Gluten options are available for people that need that. It is vegetarian. There are beef and chicken options available as well, so definitely take advantage of that as well. Good thing to have in your long-term preps. So if you go and you make a purchase on the website, when you check out, 20% will come off automatically when you check out. So definitely take advantage of that, okay? Also on my website, we have the Forefathers, which is a CBD and hemp store. And they are there. If you go to my website, prepnurse1.com, you'll see their logo. If you click on that, it will take you to their website. Once you're on their website, if you decide to make a CBD or hemp purchase, you can save yourself 15% when you check out by using the discount code PrepperNurse1, and that's the number 1, not O-N-E. Okay. Last but not least, we have the PN1 community on my website. It is free to join. No credit card information is asked, but you do have to register. It is a resource that we have set up for you guys to connect with like-minded people, so definitely take advantage of that. Again, good thing to have there, and a resource that we put together for you guys to connect with like-minded people. Check out the message boards. Go to your state or your country and connect with people that are like-minded. I know there's not a lot of us out there, but there's getting to be more and more all the time. So anyway, folks, I am going to jump off of here for right now. I do want to, like I said, just keep hanging in there, stay vigilant, keep prepping, keep doing what you can do. There's a lot of stuff going on. Obviously, there's a lot of distractions, and I think a lot of distractions are put up there on purpose so that we don't pay attention to them. And I think that's interesting how certain things in the media are put out there for you to see and thrown in your face constantly, but if it doesn't fit a certain narrative, then it seems to disappear and go away. They don't want to talk about it. And I find that interesting as well. Anyway, remember, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race, and as soon as we can figure that out, we're going to be in much, much better shape. I think that's important. Also we have to stop letting them divide us over race, religion, political affiliation, the vaxxed, the unvaxxed. All those things are just ploys and tools that they use to drive a wedge between us all and to keep us fighting amongst ourselves, so we'll never focus on the real problem, which is big business and the government. Also remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. So, tell the people that you care about every day how you feel. Last but not least, STD. Step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that can stop you from reaching your goals is you. That's it, nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. All right, I hope you all are doing great. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great night. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.